Hey, what's going on, BCS Army? Justin from Blue Collar Survival again. It's time for another review. Before I get started, I'd like to say congratulations once again to JR Rodriguez and Jeremy Pritchard for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Had a good time with that. It was really fun. It was a good format. Would like to thank those guys that I'd mentioned in the video, Jack Farm Boy and JR Rodriguez and Big Red EDC and Grateful Panic for helping me come up with that format. It was very excellent. It was very fun, and I enjoyed it. All right, if you're new to my channel and you're looking for that best bang for your buck in the budget knife and gear world, hit that subscribe button down below, and while you're at it, throw me a thumbs up. So today I will be doing the CRKT Squid, a little late to the game. I know this knife has been out for a while. This is a loaner that I got from Mr. Justin Cradduck from EDC Gear and Pocket Knife Group on Facebook. I'll throw a link to their channel down below. Excellent group, great bunch of guys. Probably one of my favorite groups, period, on any social media thing. So definitely check that out. It's an amazing place to it just feels like that local bar. And as you notice, I got a few friends to help me out with the review as well. I went out and had to hit up the after Christmas deals and got me some Star Wars stuff. You guys know I love me some Star Wars. So before we get really started on this, I'll go ahead and do some size comparisons. So I will start off with another CRKT. This is the CRKT Spew, which my beautiful wife just got me for Christmas also on top of my Benchmade. We'll do the Paramilitary 2, which just dwarfs it, hands down. One that I thought would be good comparison for it, the CRKT Polar. And, of course, a Bic lighter. So, this one I figured it was very closely similar in design, but I will say, hands down, in my opinion, I do like the Squid better than I like the Polar. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of things I'd like to do to the Polar. This is an excellent knife if you're into knife mods. That is a knife mod, a knife modder's knife for sure. So I'll go ahead and throw the specs up on the screen for you guys to check out. It's got your 8CR13 MOV stainless steel, a Burnley design, Lucas Burnley, who was an American designer. I believe he's from New Mexico. Grew up as a kid just going from national parks and stuff like that with his family. He was pretty much raised up into outdoors, camping, hiking, all that. And he started designing and making knives. He created Burnley Knives in 2003 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, but he also works with other companies such as CRKT and Boker for designs for them. He also, for CRKT, he did the Akari, and I'll throw photos of all these up as I go. The Akari, the Obaki, the Achi, I think I'm saying some of these right, and the Buku. And he has what he likes to call post-tactical designs, which is blending clean modern lines with tactical origins. And I do like the way this knife feels in hand, even with it all stainless. I'm not a huge fan of the all stainless or the all metal handles, period. But with the size and the ergonomics of the handle, it really does lock in really well. I have a medium size hand, and you can see there's a little bit just barely there, but with that lanyard, if you threw a lanyard on there, you'd get that little extra bit on there. It says that it could be for a lanyard or a key fob. A little heavy in my opinion for a key fob, so we'll go ahead and we'll get the weights. You know how I don't like to trust the weights of what they say. Alright, so us over here we have, make sure this is right, shows 3.4 ounces. Alright, for you guys across the pond, actually it says 3.4, 3.5. It kind of fluctuates back and forth. And then we have 97 grams. So a relatively light knife. I mean, heavy for its size, but I mean, it is full stainless steel all the way around. There's no milling on the inside. This is a used knife, so keep that in mind. Mr. Craddock has had this for a while, so it's held up quite well. Lock up on it. is it's pretty far in. It's, you're looking at 80% lockup, but there's no blade play, no wobble or anything on there. Oh, let's see. I do have to commend one thing that I'm a snob about is pocket clips, and this is a good pocket clip, so I like the deep carry pocket clip on that. And the other thing that I am a snob about, I might be able to get it, is jimping. And the jimping on this knife is useless. It's just there for looks, in my opinion. I can't, my finger just rolls right over top of it. But, with a little knife like that, I don't need a whole lot of jimping. I'm not really going to be going to town on a whole lot of heavy working. You're definitely going to be doing some cardboard and other stuff like that with a knife like this. This is just your basic EDC knife, It's not for any hard use anything. Stone wash finish all the way around. They also have it in a black wash finish, and I believe they have several colors. I think they have G10, a couple G10 handle options. Of course, the frame lock side will still be stainless, but the show side, I believe they have an orange and a black. Can't think. A lot of them are hard to find because they're out of stock right now. I mean, action's pretty decent on it, if I can get my finger in there. The thumb stud's a little fat, so it makes it a little harder for me to get in there and really get it. Don't like how the thumb stud is right in the path. I mean, especially with a blade this short, you're cutting down that much if you're really going through stuff. It's got a hollow grind on it with a spear point. It's very fine behind the edge, I believe. The blade stock is about 0.1 inches is what it is. I really need a caliper. I've been saying that for a while now. My wife tells me to just get one. Tip up, right carry only. There is no other options for the pocket clip. It's where it is. In the knife world, it seems there isn't a whole lot of love for you lefties. So I am really surprised no knife companies have jumped into anything like left-handed knives, because for me, I guess it's not, I don't know, it's weird to unlock a knife left-handed. I suppose if you're lefty, you would get used to it, but to me, it's really weird. The value on this knife is excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. You can go on Amazon right now and pick this knife up for just over $15. $15.55 on Amazon. That is a great value for a knife like this, I think. I'm not a huge fan of the 8CR13, but in that price range, I'm not really going to complain. It has a decent edge retention for one of the lower budget steels, and it is extremely easy to put a razor sharp edge on. So that I definitely am okay with. It's when you start getting into the $40, $50, $60, $70, heck, even the CRKT Homefront, which I have, I got that on a deal. Otherwise, I wouldn't be picking it up. It was right around $90. And you're paying $90 for 8CR13 MOV steel. I know with the Homefront, you're paying more for the field strip technology. But still, you're making me pay $90 for something that has an 8CR13 blade when I can go out. I mean, heck, Kaiser has offerings for S35V for around $70. So definitely, ups and downs. It all depends, function over fashion, I guess you should say. Design is a big thing for me when I'm picking out a knife, but also it has to go along with the function. And I'm not a steel snob, small knives like these and the Pilar and even the Spew, because I believe this is 5CR13. Something like this. I'm not going to use this hard. But like, my paramilitary, it's a bigger knife, much beefier. I'm going to be able to use it a lot harder with some other stuff. And it has, it has better steel. You're looking at your S30V with that. Overall, though, I definitely, for this knife, me being late to the game of getting to play with this, I really enjoy this knife. I've enjoyed carrying it around. It rides in the pocket nicely. It does have, I gotta quit saying it does have that same little deal that the Pilar had that I really wasn't a huge fan of, that kind of dug into my fingers a little bit. But this one, I don't know if it was as sharp brand new, but it is worn in now. And it doesn't really bite. Not a whole lot of, I can't really feel many hot spots due to the size. If you had larger hands, I imagine maybe if you were really getting at this, you might get a hot spot right here from this digging in. But overall, it's a really excellent little knife. And like I said, for $15, I just can't argue that at all. I mean, small knife, it's just under 6 inches. I believe it's 5 3/4 inches overall. But feels great in hand, extremely cheap. If you guys are wanting just a little beater, uh, cheap beater knife, $15. This is a great offering from CRKT. They have decent. The one thing I like about CRKT over Kershaw is, in my opinion, I have had way less quality control issues with CRKT than I have with Kershaw. I've had way more with Kershaw. I do like Kershaw knives probably a little more now than I do CRKT. CRKT was probably my go-to when I very first got into this. I really loved their designs and a lot of their knives, and then I started exploring the rest of the knife world and figured out there was a lot of companies out there with some really great offerings. So, late to the game with this. Really love it. If you guys are looking for something really cheap, $15, get this knife. This is definitely 2 thumbs up from the BCS Army. All right, guys, this is all we really got for this one. This is Justin for Blue Collar Survival. You guys stay safe.